South, man. Doesn't that sound nice and comforting?
Number one, baby.
And beautiful. Let's go. Let's go. And welcome in, folks. It is episode 194 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons fan cast. My name is John, your host, joined by my Mr. Jesus Christ. I'm so excited I can't even speak, man. My co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell, and back on the show. It's been too damn long. I mean, the man is busy as hell. He's doing so many different things in the Falcon space right now, and in life in general. But yeah. Berto, buddy, welcome back to the show, man.
Welcome back, buddy.
Going up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Damn it, man. It's been way too long, but man, I saw the text. I was like, yeah, I'm taking this. I'm taking this offer. I'm going on, man. Going to be on for a little bit, but I'm glad to be back on the screen with you guys. It's been way too long, man. How about it? 4-0 in the NFC South, man. Wow. Great game. But John.
Yeah, man. Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
Man, I've been stop, dropping, and rolling all day. I've been on fire. I didn't stop, dropped, and rolled 28 times. I can't put myself out, man. I'm in heaven right now that we able to talk shit like first place, man. That feels good.
Very
amazing, man. Well, before we get started, man, Berto, you've got a few different things going on, man. So tell the folks what you have going on, where they can find you, all the different things, game day, all that stuff, man. Because it's like I said, it's been a bit, so you got some new things.
Man, it's been a while, man. A lot of things have gone, right for me, and I'm very appreciative of that. Of course, still continue to grind on Bleacher Report, man. I've become their main Falcon content creator in that space. Also, I have a partnership with Locker US or Locker Fantasy Football. It's a new interactive way to play fantasy football. I'm the commissioner. I live stream the games, but we're literally playing virtual fantasy football, and it's all Atlanta Falcon questions. And there's a scoreboard, there's money involved. It's a new innovative way to just play fantasy football. It's fun. Right now I'm in sixth place. We got some people in there that just know how to pick them. God damn it, and they're well ahead of me. But I'm not here to hate. I'm here to congratulate. But yeah, man, it's a fun little thing that's going on, and just proud to be a part of that. Also, I spot fill in for Smitty on Roundtable Sports every Tuesday night at 7:00. That's another show that's taking off from the ground, man. Something special is brewing with the Roundtable Sports, so I'm honored to do that as well, man. So yeah, it's been busy nonetheless, man.
Just a few things, yeah. Just a few things.
Man, it's a good season to get all that going, though. I tell you.
Sure is, man. It makes good content, man. It really does.
That's right, man. So if y'all are here for the first time, welcome in. Hope y'all enjoy the show. Me and Mike have been doing this for a couple of years now, man. Just a long-time Falcons fans. Started rooting for the team back in the early 90s. We're both 82 babies, and I think Berto's a little bit younger than us, but not too much, but a little bit. Enough. But not quite the same. But, and then make sure also follow Berto on 95 Sports Talk Show, Smitty Sports Machine, A1 Forever, like everybody that's on that pod that does a fantastic job. So make sure y'all follow those guys too.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, of course. And y'all are here. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button. We much appreciate it. Help this channel keep growing too. We appreciate that. Y'all can email us, atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. If you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms, and you can drop us a 5-star review, we much appreciate it. Keeps us growing on that. And we got to say, Berto and I are sporting the new Angry Runs Tyler Algier shirt.
Yeah.
We just got in. And dude, this thing is so soft. I love it. This is an amazing shirt. Like
Homage. Shout out to Homage, man.
Shout out to Homage, man. Yeah.
Making some good shirts, man.
Yeah, we need some more guys to get some. We need a Bijan. We need a Drake.
Yeah.
Even though he's a receiver, we need a Drake. Like
Angry Catch shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Angry Catch. Has a good ring to it, man, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Well, yeah, man. So that was actually before we get going, man. What's up to Jamal? What's going on?
Jamal, what up?
Good to see you, brother.
John, Mike, Alberto, Double J Squid said, "Let's go." Rise up. How's the fellas doing on this great W Monday? Double J said, love the trio tonight. Berto, Mike, and Jay, let's go. Sour Pickles in the building, my man. So what's going on, man? We running the division. Yes, sir, we are. He said, all despite not getting that. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
My man Albert says 2 more for the South Sweet.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Get them brooms out. See
Absolutely.
electrician said, "What's good, family? What's good, buddy?"
What's going on, C? What's
Going
going
on,
on,
man?
Yeah, so as the title of the show is tonight, man, 4-0 in the South. I was at, so basically, if y'all follow along with the show, y'all know Liam plays baseball. He had a tournament yesterday, and we've been lucky this season. Like, he's literally either pitched in game 1 or the last game. So we've been able to see the games typically in between. Well, this time he pitched in game 2 right at the 1 o'clock start time. So I didn't see shit for the first probably quarter. So I was checking Twitter. I was kind of taking a peek in there. I saw it looked like Liam Cohen was pretty much cooking Jimmy Lake as far as the first, couple of quarters went. Then I got to watch the whole thing when we got home. And then I watched it again this morning in its entirety while I was at home working in the office. So finally got to see the whole thing. And man, only in our fashion can we end it that way. But man, what was your? Y'all saw it yesterday live. So Mike, what were you thinking when you were watching?
I knew we was gonna win, but I like the whole time it appeared like we were in the driver's seat, but it was still like it looked like I don't know where we get this arrogance from or cockiness. Like we shouldn't have, but it seemed like at the end, I'm like, why are you not just stepping on the person's neck? What are we doing here? Are we easing up? And I didn't know, but I had a feeling like when I don't know. I was a little nervous at the end, but I knew that we would pull that out. So,
how about you, Berto?
I'm always optimistic when we go to every matchup. I always feel like the good guys are always going to win. But, it was a reality check last week when we played the Seattle Seahawks, a team that was coming in hobbled and very limited. Offensive line was trash and they were missing a lot of key defensive players. Going into this Bucs game, maybe the same thing. I mean, they were short their 2 all-pro wide receivers. So I figured the Falcons can take a lesson from last week is, okay, don't underestimate your opponent, play your style of the game. And if you smell, blood in the water, be the shark and go and attack it. But God damn it, we missed some spots. And like you mentioned, Liam Coleman was dominating Jimmy Lake in the first 2 quarters. But to what this Falcons team has been, it's a second half team. They adjust very well in the second half and are able to shut down offenses. But but to go back, man, I definitely was optimistic. I just, like Mike said, man, just leave it to Atlanta to just have us clenching our chest all the way until the end, man. But I'm glad that we prevailed. I'm glad that we won. But the mentality overall has to change for Atlanta. We have to put together a complete game from quarter 1 to quarter 4 and just come out and dominate opponents like this, especially when they're reeling as much as Tampa Bay was.
Yeah, that was the thing. And going into the game last week, we talked about on the preview show. It's like, all right, well, there are 2 main guys out there. Obviously, going to try to run the ball with their 3-headed, monster they have at running back. They're going to probably going to target Cade Otton, and I happened to start Cade Otton this week on fantasy because I just kind of knew.
Shame on you, John. You traitorous. Oh,
I just knew. I knew the man was going to at least have a touchdown. I just had this feeling. But it's different. It's not the Saints. Like I've never had a Saints player, and I never will,
either.
and I'll never start one. I would never start one against us because I don't even want to. But I just knew I wanted Cade to get a little bit of points and we still win. You know what I mean? Just get some garbage points and we still win, of course.
But was National Tight Ends Day. I think you heard.
It was. It sure was. But yeah, I mean, it was just. I mean, like Berto said, we kind of did. We typically did with on defense. It's kind of just let them cut all the way down the field, and. I mean, we couldn't stop anybody. I think on first down, they were getting 6 to 8 yards pretty much. It was just stupid, man. And we'll just go ahead and take a look at the stats and get it out of the way because so they were 9 for 14 on third down. But
they're one of the best third down teams in the NFL, bro. Man, Baker snapping into a different skill set when third down from. I swear, he get 20 times sharper on third down. He know exactly where he's going pre-snap on third down.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that we were, a lot of them were third and shorts, which doesn't help at all. I think we gave up a 3rd and 12, which is really annoying. But it seems to happen almost on a weekly type basis. But here, I'll pull it up so everybody can see it. Yeah, so when we were 6 for 12 on third, which still that's pretty good even from an offensive standpoint. We made our 2 fourth downs, which were huge. Obviously, one of those resulted in a touchdown, to Kyle, and 400. But they had 432 yards of offense, 11 total drives, 330 yards passing. Baker threw the ball 50 times. We'll talk about the pass rush here in a second. Don't worry. Kirk was sacked twice. No sacks on Baker as usual. They rushed for 102 yards on 22 attempts, which to me, it seemed like more. I mean, I know, maybe it was just because they were just getting chunks of yards at a time, but man, it just seemed like, Bucky Irving was just like, didn't matter. He was just doing whatever he wanted to do.
He was very aggressive. He was embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, he's been a very, I think, happy surprise for those guys down in Tampa. And then penalty-wise, we only had 4, but damn it, they happen at the worst fucking times, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
got that
just
called back, man.
Oh my gosh, man, Bijan. We had 129 rushing yards. Probably would have had 160 something. We had to have that rush not been called back for, was it face mask? I think on Weasel, something like that. Yeah. So just stuff like that, man. It's tough, and we closed the possession. We were earlier in the game. We were way down possession time. Tampa Bay was dominating it. We closed it, got within 5 minutes by the end of the game. But that's pretty much typical for us throughout the year. We've only had one game where we really were ahead in possession, and that was the Carolina game. So I mean, this one kind of par for the course for the team in general. And then Kirk was amazing yesterday. 23 to 29. He was laying passes in, man, to Darnell Mooney on the sideline. The one in the end zone where he baits what's his name, freaking Winfield. He turns his back. As soon as he turns his back, throws over the top to Darnell. And then same thing on the sideline. Just hell of a day by Kirk, man. 4 touchdowns and even ran a little bit, which we'll talk about that.
He would have had a 5, but he didn't have that arm in him.
Yeah.
When he didn't have that arm, he had a little more arm, he'd have had 5 touchdowns going away.
Mooney would have had 3.
Yeah. He would have.
Yeah.
That last match.
Yeah. Rushing wise, 13 carries for Bijan, 12 for Tyler. Pretty even, which I like. I like to see him. That's it's kind of what we've seen before. Kind of as well as what we saw in the Carolina game. I think one had 18, one had 16. So there wasn't. Bijan was running well. He wasn't dominating, but he was running well. So definitely was good to see. And then, man, Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Darnell, like I said, 4 receptions, 86 yards, a touchdown. Bijan with the catch as well for a touchdown. Drake with 4, kind of not a very loud day for Drake, but he had 6 targets, 4 catches. So overall, man, like offensively, this is what's irritating is offensively we could compete with anybody at all in the league. The defensively though, it's just not going to work. That's for as far as Super Bowl, getting to that level, that's not going to happen against better quarterbacks. It's just we can't. And great credit to the guys, man. Credit to Jesse Bates for playing out of his damn mind yesterday. Punching the ball out in the first drive, insane interception on the sideline. I watched Baker's post. He was like, dude, Jesse just made a hell of a play on the ball. It was like, because it looked like it was in dude's hands for half a second, and Jesse just took it away. And just being a smart player. AJ Terrell kind of coming off of his assignment to snatch one late in the game. So that was
a great hit, man.
Wasn't it?
What a hit. That was a great hit.
They had their opportunities, man, to score. They were driving. That was the thing. We took the ball away. So if we're going to allow teams to just do whatever, we're going to have to turn the ball over. A few times during the game. Or offense is going to have to put up 40 every game for us to really realistically win.
And can this offense do it, man? Who knows? Hey, listen, we're watching Zach Robinson mature before our very eyes. Like every week, it seems like he's getting comfortable. And you know who else is getting comfortable too? Kirk Cousins is getting comfortable, and he's finding more comfortability with Kyle Pitts. The last 3 weeks, Kyle Pitts, you've seen his yardage uptick until this week. And I'll say this, man. For me, he went off 91 yards. The last time he had significant yardage was his rookie year, week 16 against the Lions, where he had over 100 yards. Hasn't come close to that in recent years, but on National Tight Ends Day, man, he came in and he balled out with 2 TDs. 2 TDs? We're gonna call it 2 TDs? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clear that up.
You know what? That's funny. I actually tuned in right when that happened at the game.
No
shit.
shit.
I was like, I happened to look down. I'm like, dude, don't tell me that. And I mean, what's crazy, and we're going to talk about that play. Tampa Bay doesn't have a sideline camera there. Like there's no side, like or goal line. There's no goal line camera, which is wild. I thought that was pretty much like every team's going to have that. When you would think like with plays that come down to something like that, or even just goal line plays in general, like where you can't tell. But if it was the only angle they had was like kind of from the angle we were seeing, I mean, to me it looked like the ball was out. It looked like a fumble to me. I mean, thank God they didn't rule it that way. But
not only that, but he gotta understand. He looks slow as shit. He looked slow as shit. He was supposed to pull off on that man and be in the end zone. It wasn't his fault. He looked like he couldn't even run that fast. So he slowed up prematurely and then held the ball back. He damn near, if you ask me, and I'm gonna lie 100% of the time. This one time I'm gonna say, he knocked that ball out. That ball did not cross that goal. He had it back. His like feet were over, but he was holding the ball backwards. So he got it knocked out. So I'm like, bro, you cannot make that mistake, especially like on tight ends. That you can't do that again. And keep running, man. When you run through the end zone, like run through the tape, but don't ease up 5 yards ahead of the. Nah, man, you're not that fast to be doing that. So
I mean, I tweeted out during. I was like, did he not learn a damn thing from Dez in Tampa Bay last year? Like he did the same exact shit.
Same dude, man. Winfield just going after it, man. When that happened, that's 2 things that came to mind, man. It was that Desmond Ridder play. I'm like, man, this is the modern version of Leon Lett right here.
Leon Lett was the came to mind.
Oh my God, man! I was like, man, he got close to the end zone, and like Mike said, he let up a little bit, or let up a lot, because Winfield could have made another one, man. Could have made another outstanding play like last year.
Yeah, because when he caught the ball, he took off. Like his speed was fine to get there. He outran everybody. Then he slowed up. So it's like, dude, why would you? And he said after the game, he knew it, because he said after the game, he was like, yeah, that's never going to happen again. He's like, I should have secured it and just ran through. So I believe him. I don't think it's going to happen again, because that's a pretty scary moment that could have really flipped the game on its head. And when at that point, it's 14-7 Bucs, and then they get the ball at that point. And so it's like, that's a whole other thing. So, I mean, just luckily it went our way.
One more thing on with Kyle Pitts, because this is something that really the mentality change after the first meeting with Tampa Bay. And I think Matt Ryan echoed it the most. He goes, the way to utilize Pitts and his strength, you have to hit him in stride. You have to hit him when he's, at full speed. And sure, right, we have a very accurate quarterback in Kirk Cousins, so we have the ability to do that now. We did it in the past, which really hindered, what Kyle Pitts can do, because we went through Desmond, went through Marcus. Quarterbacks, I don't even know if you can label them that, man, but they was just bodies at that position. But bringing in Kirk, and now Kirk getting comfortable and unlocking what Pitts can do, man, in the coming weeks, I would love to see, where Kyle Pitts ends up, in his maturation within this offense as well. Because Pitts is not your guy that you can send on dig routes or find the soft zone in the coverage and sit. That's not his game. His game is, let me beat you giftedly, because I have the athletic ability to. I'm gifted in that sense, and I'm gonna outrun you. Now you get the ball to me, and I'll make it run. I'll make it work from there. And that's what's been happening these past couple of weeks, man. So I wonder if Matt Ryan's message got through, to Zach Robinson and company, because they've been dialed in, man, and it's gonna be great to see going down the line, man.
Man, I have to add on to that. I have to say this: the difference between a QB who is great, like Super Bowl great, and like a functional one, is the guy that can put the ball in front of the man to where he can keep on going toward, when he get the ball, he can keep on running. Like most of them, he can't do that. The top tier guys in the league, it's a lot of guys that can't do that. It comes to the chest, it come behind, they got to stop, they got to jump, they got to fall down. I'm talking about, man, but some of them routes, when you throwing them, when the man in full stride, he just catching and keep going. It's no catching some of them men. It's no catching like them when they get it in stride like that. It's nothing you could do. It's just nothing you could do with a perfectly thrown ball and a receiver. It's nothing you could do. So Kirk had a lot of, at the start of the year, he had a whole lot of things where the guy got to just stop and got to catch it, fall down. It's a little behind. He's throwing them now to where the guy can corner. He can run under him sometimes and keep running. And that's dangerous when you got like Mooney, Kyle Pitts, and them doing that. Because he could keep on going and you're not catching him. So it's a dope thing to watch. That's the difference, though. Liam, what up, buddy?
Yep.
Yo, Liam.
So he beat Alex, so he's number one. That's all I cared about.
I haven't heard anything from Alex, so yeah, that's probably stinging him right now.
He came out and he came into the dugout and he looked over. He's like, hey, "What's the score?" Like he was, he's keeping up the score during the game, so it was important to him. Alberto said, honestly, I felt having TA instead of Bijan in with that safety continues to be the issue for me. Bijan is clearly taking a step forward, and we continue to take him out when he's hot. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I mean, on the safety, I mean, it looked like he just didn't secure it, and it looked like, I mean, Izian was, I mean, he was basically about to take the hand off himself. So I think that took away his concentration. He looked up, it's like, oh shit, and he didn't just secure it like he should have. So I'll give him the pass on that one. But in the third quarter when they brought Tyler in, he was rolling, and that's kind of what
you got to play Tyler too. You can't forget.
Well, I mean, especially if they're kind of beat up, and they're not, Levante David, I think at the point was out of the game, like attack them, run through them. Like they're not trying to get hit at this point, but I mean, I see what he means. I understand what he means. Like Bijan is a different cat. Like, and we've seen what he can do. And all it takes is a couple of cuts and the man's gone. Like, we saw earlier in the game. But
what I thought was really cool, man, I was watching a special team play. This special team. This guy came hauling ass around. He made a tackle. I'm like, who's that? It just looked like it was like a funny number. Who's that? Yeah. It was my man Tyler. He was on special teams, man. I said, what the hell? Who was that? Then when I saw it was, I'm like, man, this dude could do everything. And without whining, being on special teams, making a tackle, it's nothing he can't do. That was dope.
Yeah, exactly right.
My man Albert said, also defensively, if we didn't have Jesse Bates, here's my point on this show. If we didn't have Jesse Bates constantly keeping us in games with his takeaways, he said Ellis should be playing, outside, and DBs play way too off 7 yards of every play %. I was saying, I think that we say this is a good defense, but it can be better. We need to improve some things. I think if he wasn't on the team and he wasn't punching out things and getting jumped that he got in the game, we would have a drastically different thing of the whole defense because we won them things. So we said we was all right because we won. But if he don't have them exceptional plays that he has by himself, we saying, man, this defense is fucking, I don't even want to say it, but it's a problem. It's a major, it sucks. But it's just that because he do something, he just do shit that, how did he do that? If he don't turn them things around, he turn them around by himself. If you don't turn a few of them games around, another perspective of the defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
people will argue I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
No, some people will argue, because I brought this up on my stream on Bleach. I'm like, listen, right now, can't nobody tell me that Jesse doesn't belong in the defensive player of the year category. So people say, oh, he doesn't have the takeaways. I'm like, I don't care to hear that, but name another safety that will impact a game from quarter one to quarter four.
Yeah.
I mean, when it first started, a knockout, he knocked the ball out of the Rashad White's hand from Tampa Bay. Set the tone right then and there that
Second
this defense came to play, right? And then and then with the INT, he was on a flat, he was covering the flats, and he came off a bit off of his assignment to get to Cade, and he came down with the ball. We saw it in Philadelphia week 2. He ended the game to win the ball. No one has made an impact at the safety position like Jesse Bates has done in the NFC or the entire NFL. So yeah. I for me firmly, I believe like Mike was saying, man, where would this defense be without Jesse, man? Because his play alone is inspirational. And you want to talk about something that's inspiring too and infectious. You have other defenders on other levels. You got linebackers and D linemen that try to punch the ball out of the ball carrier's hand or wide receivers. You talk about, the last great knockout artist that we had in this league was Charles Peanut Tillman for the Chicago Bears, and now it's Jesse Bates doing it, man. So it's pretty badass to see, man. So shout out to Jesse Bates.
Shout out to Jesse, man.
So with Justin being out yesterday, Richie got a start, played every snap.
Ooh.
And so, Berto, what did you think?
Bro, you want to talk about a guy that was just waiting to get his opportunity. He plays over aggressive. He does too much. He tries to do too much. On that one play where he was, his assignment, if I'm not mistaken, was to cover the in. He bit out, Cade went in. And it's like, dude, you can't have mental lapses like that on the field. You're a 4-year vet. You should know by now what your assignment is. Know your assignment. Stay in your lane. But, dude, I think he's a pending free agent. Just show him the door. Just show him the door. At this point, man, he has no value to this Falcons team.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, he had, few good plays, not enough. And it was similar last year, dude. That's when he lost me last year against Tampa Bay at home when he did almost the same exact thing. He played out when all you had, literally all you do is just cover the end. You had your help, on the outside. And but yeah, it was, it's unfortunate. I was going to give him a little bit of cushion because I'm like, all right, you haven't played at all. You haven't started this year, but like you just said, he's a 4-year vet. And I know you haven't played this year, but there should be a level expected. And maybe he is trying to do too much. Maybe he's like, all right, this is my chance to really show him.
No, that's what it looked like. Man, it looked like he was bubbling. Like Hulk Hogan used to rip off the shirt. It looked like he was like, oh God, I'm in the game. I got to make something of it. And he just overdid it.
Yeah, exactly.
Double J said, how about Kyle Pitts TD? I need some honest opinions. This is a TD. I was questioning about it, but God bless the football. I'm gonna tell you, it goes tough. It go in your favor some ways. It go out of your favor. But I got the same rules as I do in the street as I do with football games. I didn't see nothing. I don't know what you What you talking about? Somebody got what? I don't know what happened, man. I was asleep.
Hey, that's what
I didn't hear no evil. I didn't see no evil. He scored to me. That's all, and that's my official statement.
They asked Raheem at the press conference. That was the last question. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was a touchdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, honestly, to me, like I said, the view we had, I don't think it was, but we'll never really know. Because like I said, the only way you can really tell is if you had the side or the goal line camera and you could tell if the tip of the ball went over the white line at all, it's a touchdown. But and that's why they couldn't overturn it.
How ever they called it on the field was how it was saying. If they said it was a touchdown, it was a touchdown. If they hadn't said it wasn't, it wasn't. It was because it's just no sign. There's just no line of sight. So you can't.
That's the thing. Yeah, if they would have called it a fumble, I think they
would have been a fumble.
Yeah, for sure. D, what's up, buddy?
D, my man, D said we run the stop. We run the stop like T.I. We run the stop like T.I. at this point, man. Well, I'm ready to rock and roll. It's been a long time.
And Baker had his opportunities too, man. Like he missed a wide open Jalen McMillan that would have been a freaking touchdown.
Oh my God!
He missed him there. He missed dude later on in the game. I can't remember which receiver it was, but another one that was just wide open that could have been. Well, I don't think it would have been a touchdown, but he would definitely would have got a large chunk of yards. They have their opportunities, and I listened to a few Bucs podcasts, Locked On and whatnot, and that's the first thing they're talking about is the game-changing play or call with Pitts, and we'd all be pissed too. We'd all be sitting if it was reversed for us, we'd be so upset that there wasn't a goal line camera and all that stuff. But I get it. But at the same time, and they said the same thing, is you had ample opportunities. And we said in the preview show too, what do we say? Hey, Baker may force some things because he doesn't have his two guys, and they're going to be running the ball. And if you make him force some things, he may make a mistake or two. And lo and behold, he did. So,
bruh,
I think it was a play also.
We have to mention that you bought a fucking pirate ship and you didn't buy a camera. So it's a pirate ship in your stadium. So you also had the chance to buy a camera. I know you had the money. It's a literal pirate ship in their stadium. So they could have bought that camera. Just buy a camera to prevent this from happening in the future. That's all.
True, man.
Yeah, for sure. And we talked about a little bit about the penalties earlier, but yeah, man. The holding call on Mooney early in the game negates a big run by Bijan on the first drive. Ended up in the third actually, and then ended up going backwards and then punting. Again, Bates picking off the flea flicker was amazing. Lindstrom, man, got hit in the knee, left the game. Luckily, coach said he was good to come back in. They just felt it was cautious. Dude, I know.
Oh, John. I lost 4 years off I was like, no, this cannot be happening to me. Yeah,
last week it was Matthew Bergeron, and then now this week it's Lindstrom. I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah. And around the same time, Levante David left the game with the ankle, but he ended up coming back in. I thought a good play by Judon in coverage, I thought, on Rashad White later in the third. Which again,
that was a missed opportunity by me right there. Man.
Another one, yeah. I'm saying, it was good coverage by Judon, which he should not be in coverage. He should be, but anyway, that's we got that one. And shout out to Kadero Hodge, man.
Man.
And number
Johnny
one,
on the spot, dude. Love him.
And I don't really understand, kind of like Greg Olson said in the broadcast, like, if I'd have saw the look that we put out there, I would have checked out that fake, like, because we had too many guys that they couldn't block. Yeah. But Kadero Hodge is making another, like, he needs to just we need a lifetime contract for Kadero Hodge. Just just a nice little nothing crazy. Special teams comes in, special shit. There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be it. It says a t-shirt, I do special shit. That's all that's all it is.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's fucking dope, man.
And then Robinson TD right after the fake punt, man, called back by holding on Ray McLeod, which was clearly, I mean, he was overmatched, so he just threw the guy down. I understand, but still can't do that shit at a time like that. And I was kind of surprised that Todd Bowles didn't blitz as much because they were having six when they were blitzed, they were coming right through. They were getting to Kirk. And I kind of thought that was, like, from their standpoint, that was kind of their key. But they're similar-ish to us, to whereas if they don't play really well in the back end, they can't get to the quarterback. And they weren't pressuring Kirk nearly enough without blitzing. I mean, Kirk was having plenty of time to go out there. And so I thought that maybe, you're going to send a few more guys, be a little bit more aggressive with it, even with the injuries they had in the secondary. But I mean, they're in a tough spot, but I know he's good. He's catching a lot of flack in Tampa for that. Yeah. And also, man, the AJ, we already mentioned him with the pick inside the 10-yard line. The pass to Bijan after going through the entire progression that Kirk had to come back to Bijan. Yeah, man. And again, shout out to the offensive line, because he had plenty of time. He literally went through 4 checks, and Bijan's chilling on the left side, wide open. How about Bijan's nice little step back as dude flies by him into the end zone?
Right by him.
Yeah. And we mentioned, like I said, the fumble there, the safety, which terrible timing. Like, you can't, it's a good play by Izzy, and bad timing for us, of course. And we were, that we never want that to happen. And then inside of 5 minutes, we score 31-26, or the score's 31-26. The penalty on Newsel for the face mask, man, on 1st and 10 with a positive run by Bijan. Like, can't do shit like that. Again, just 4 penalties, but man, 3 of the 4 were just shitty times. And then massive run by Kirk Cousins on a 2nd and 14.
Play of the game. That's the play of the game, dude. Kirk Wheels. A lot of people will call him Kirk Vic on Twitter today, man. I put that out. I'm like, yo, I don't care what everybody did specifically, snap-wise. This was the most important play of the game, because it silenced a lot of people that felt like, oh, Kirk's not 100% or whatever the case may be, man. That silenced a lot, man. He had the wheels on display yesterday, man. So that was crucial.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of saved Nugel from getting more flack on that penalty, because we ended, we ended up going to 3rd and 1. We didn't get it with Tyler, and then the sneak I thought was brilliant, because nobody in the stadium thinks Kirk is going to sneak at that point.
Oh, man.
And then just beautiful play call by Zach there. And then this is what when Mike, you alluded to it earlier. I get it. We're inside 2 minutes, right? But I still don't think we just run right into 8 and 9 man boxes. Like, maybe take advantage of it. Like Kurt, like we've done these short passes, and I know if you pass it, this clock stops. He gets criticized for doing that. I get it, but man, we've used the short passing game as just an extension of the running game all year long, especially with Drake London. I mean, with contested catches, screen passes, anything. Because if you watch that back, 8 guys, 9 guys ready for the run, all 3 plays, we don't get anything. And then you settle for the field goal, which again, Koo misses, which could have put us up by 8. And then you give the ball back to Baker. So I was hoping that Baker wouldn't see the field again, personally. So, like, would you have stayed? Would you have ran it 3 times, Mike, or would you have been a little bit more aggressive there?
I would have probably thrown when it was on third, but I would have ran on twice because I would have just felt like it was gonna like I'm so like I asked that, but then I'm thinking if I see you got that in the box, then I turn and see who I got. I'm like, oh, you all run it. Like I'm so arrogant with them too. I'd be like, oh, run it. But then when it stopped, I would have probably tried on third. It was because I don't want to give him the ball back. I don't want to give him, and I'm not saying he that damn good, but I don't even want to take the chance with my defense. I don't even want to play. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to stay on the field. I'm gonna probably hit the twice with the run, but when I see that's not working, I'm trying to get that first down. I don't want to give him the ball back.
Yeah, and I get you. Also, you don't want to take a sack too. Like if you take a sack, you're almost out of field goal range, and it's a whole other problem. I get all that. It's just frustrating to see because you're like you just run into a brick wall 3 times.
Slanting the Ray. 100% of the time, I'm a slant Ray. Just catch it and keep going.
Yeah. What about you, Berto?
I wanted them to be a little bit more aggressive on that play. I was hoping they would target a specific player on that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. That's linebacker KJ Britt, man.
Yeah.
A bigger linebacker, but he's heavy-footed like a mother, man. So he would have been a matchup. I mean, a mismatch for Tyler, Bijan, hell, even Kyle Pitts, who was putting yards out there, for the world to see. So I just expected for them to be a little bit more aggressive, but they did what they did, and the outcome was whatever. So
yeah, exactly.
We won.
Exactly. So, is your confidence in Koo gone down any? I'm just good. Like he's gonna make this to like, I better sit up and watch just in case.
I got the same as him as I'm have in Grady Judd, and it's out of respect. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed.
Oh shit.
Out of respect of what you've done, I won't talk too soon. Out of respect, because you've been that great. I see. I determine. Okay, you'll get him next time, champ. I'm still in that mode, but out of respect for them too, I won't. But come on.
Yeah, I was concerned, man, and yeah, again, Mike, you're alluding to something important, right? Really can't trash the man. He's been clutch in big games. He's been steady, but some of the what happened in the preseason, which was him pulling to the left, it's coming onto the season now. Albeit it's week 8 already. He's been pretty solid, but yesterday was a critical miss by Koo. That's usually something at home, right down the pike, man. But in this away game, man, it just didn't work out. But for me, just a little concern because I don't want that to turn into anything, down the line and in more meaningful games that, sneaks up again. So just continue kicking, keep practicing, man. Get that shit right, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, that's for me. We won. I mean, like earlier in the season, missed a couple. Like I wasn't too concerned. I was like, he's still. I mean, he's making a couple of winning games for us, so it's like I'm all right with it, But yeah, I'm with you now. It's like I'm not concerned, but I'm now not 100% confident, kind of like I was before. Like I'm just more like, we'll watch this and see what happens. But like I said, we know he's going to work on it and get it straightened out. But and then man, the failed Hail Mary, dude, like. I mean, it was the guys were there. I mean, shout out to the trooper. The guy's ankle broke there in the back of the end zone.
Was that a male or female? I mean, regardless, it doesn't matter what it was. But what was it?
It was a dude, I think.
Was it an old lady or an old guy?
I think it was
another guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I think somebody said, like, they took out grandma at the back.
It was an old man.
Man, that poor bastard. He gets taken out and he gets people thinking he was a lady. But no, it was but no, it was too close, man. It was too close. We were at this point, like Liam and I were on the way home from the game, and we basically saw the second half on our phone or on my phone, like on the way home. So we were like just sweating bullets trying to keep it together. But luckily, he caught the ball. Was it Jarrett caught the ball, but just came down out of bounds. So, but that was that. But yeah, I mean, it was. I thought once we went up 2 scores, I thought, okay, we're gonna kind of just maybe even scoring again and put this away or whatever. And then of course not, we're going to have the fumble and then, miss the field goal and then give them opportunities that they shouldn't have got to come back and try to tie or even win the game. But luckily, like I said, 4-0, man, puts us in a great spot. They got the Chiefs coming up. They've got the 49ers coming up. They're in a tough spot, I mean, for just in general. And we'll talk about some of the results around the league in a little bit too. But that's for us, man. I mean, that's the result we needed. We're sitting nicely now in the South. 4-1 in the NFC now. So I think we're third playoff seeding right behind Washington. So I mean, we couldn't really ask for much.
Hail Mary did work. Shout out to them.
Boy.
Oh my gosh, man. Jaden Daniels with a freaking laser. And y'all saw dude celebrating, right? On the Chicago Bears.
Poor kid, man.
Yeah, you gotta wait, man. You gotta wait to the end. But Bro, are you still good? You gotta get out of here, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. Like I got 3 more minutes left tonight.
Oh well, yeah, that's cool. Well, I was just gonna hit a few comments and then we'll get into some more stuff. So well, actually, let's see. Sabrio said, honestly, we had 38 points. Yeah, the penalty on McLeod had a race to Bijan City. Yeah,
Bijan Rush.
Double H said, Berto, John Mike, always great to sweep the Bucs. Get them brooms out. We sweeping the division. Albert said we all know he should have run through the play, but last 4 games, 21 catches, 314 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's absolutely huge. We haven't seen this pitch since his rookie year. Yeah, that's what Berto was saying.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I think his confidence is fully back. I mean, no issues whatsoever. What up, man?
Bruce?
What up? KP showed out yesterday. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, man.
Jay Square said honest opinions and always respected. Go Falcons, of course, buddy.
Yep.
My honest opinion, we going to the Super Bowl. I hope you respect that. My man Albert said, question, would y'all try to trade Anderson? Hey, oh, stop you there. Hey, let's smack your hand. Get your hand out the cooking job, man. You already had them. Matter of fact, just go to your room. Okay, to get a little combat. Now, that was my man. We're really missing to do it. All right. I didn't know where you was going. You cannot come back downstairs. I didn't know where you was going.
Berto, take this one, buddy, before you go.
You know, I'm still putting my faith in the young guy in Troy. You know, we saw his best game against the New Orleans Saints, obviously the same game that he got hurt in. So I want to see if he can carry that intensity, that output he did in the Saints game and going forward. I just think it's out of the question if Olukun can ever come back, man. I personally love Olukun, and I wish that the Falcons would have kept him some years ago, but he was on to bigger and better, obviously, with the Jaguars dropping the bag on him. But yeah, I want to give the Rook, not the Rook, I want to give Troy a little bit more time to season up in that middle linebacker role. I think he could possibly be the future at middle linebacker. And that's probably crazy to say, but we're missing his read and react right now in this run defense. If I'm being honest, man, because Hayden and Nate Landman.
Nate doesn't look healthy, dude.
Doesn't look healthy. I feel like he was rushed back, man. He's a step behind. That's not the Nate that we're used to seeing, man. So
he had a quad in the shoulder, right? So like when you're trying to drive through guys like we've seen him do over the last year, like you have to be able to explode through those tackles, and you want to be able to lower your shoulder and stuff like that. Well, those things he's not really doing. Like we saw yesterday, like he's not just like driving right through guys, and that's a little concerning because that's what he's there for. That's what he's there to do, man. But yeah, I mean, I remember like. We know you got to go, buddy. So go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you first, and then
man.
Get out of here, man.
No problem. Hey, appreciate the invite as always, man. Next time I'll be on the entire show. I don't give a damn if it's 2 hours. I'll definitely be back for that, man. But I definitely miss you guys. Thank you again for opening up the platform for me.
Of course,
I'm your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show on YouTube. That's the platform you can catch me on. You can catch me every Sunday afternoon on post-game reaction on Bleacher Report. I break down the game, give my post-game reaction to what went right and what went wrong and Atlanta's game from the previous hours. But until then, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. I'll be back Wednesday night. We have Jay Tuck coming on, Dallas Cowboy content creator. Should be a good one, man. So tune into that 8 p.m. on Wednesday, man. But John, Mike, thank you so very much again.
Thank
everybody, blessing to see you guys, and hope everybody has a great night, man. I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you, man.
Later, buddy.
I gotta say real quick, I agree with him that I love Lil Khan. Like I thought he's one of our best. but Troy Sillen might be outrageous, and I just gotta see what that is, though. Because we don't know what it is. It just if if you move him and then he turn into what he could be, you'd be like, I may have sat down the Hall of Fame or something. And I'm not. I know, like he said, that's a huge jump to say, but Troy Sillen could be outrageous. So that's why I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's only started 10 games.
Yeah.
He tore the pec, which is kind of a freakish type of thing. That's like, you're not really susceptible to tearing pecs. You just happen to make a tackle, get pulled a weird way. Same thing. TJ Watt did the same thing. The knee this year, we don't know. I mean, Raheem said today he's basically day to day, which hopefully he's back this week because it'd be really nice to have him against the Cowboys. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, I definitely want to see. I think we're just scratching the surface with him, man.
But that's what I think. Like we just got a peak. I want to see.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like he does need to stay healthy. I mean, like it's not. I mean, you can't. I know that's stuff you can't control, but like, we need you to. If you're going to be a middle linebacker or in that, like, you're going to need to be at least in 12, 13 of these games, at least. Preferably all of them. But I mean, that's everybody gets hurt in the NFL. But I mean, that's a tough position. But regardless, I mean, I think that's. And plus, if he's there, if he's healthy, if Nate's healthy. I still think that's a position that we probably add to in the offseason, though. I mean, regardless if it's through draft or free agency, we probably still do that. But Jamal, yeah.
Yeah, he said that was definitely a set. I would have been moving some firms, I'm telling you.
Yeah, without a doubt, man.
Sour Pickle said I was irritated at the unsportsmanlike call. I didn't get that. All they did was they didn't even do nothing. And they both did it to each other. He said they were both going at it. The ref was right there. Why called it? He just knocked the ball out. Like, come on, man. Yeah, that was he was too on it. You gotta give him something. It's still, I'm gonna talk my trash. It's still football.
Yeah, I think they should let that alone, man. Rashad was talking shit. Jesse knocked it out. Like, who cares? Like let them do their thing. Who cares? It's not, they push each other.
Double J said, Jamal, I agree, but the camera angle was bad in my opinion, but it's all good. Ref said, TD, let's go. Yeah, hey man,
exactly right, man.
Get that camera. My man Alberto said, John, you just mentioned 2 20-yard runs taken back by penalties for Bijan. Since Carolina's vision and elusiveness has been insane, I want to see a 20-25 touchdown for him against Dallas State. So I'm gonna tell you what I thought was really cool that I rarely see from him. He always just be about the break. It's always when he's broke, I was like, damn, you rarely see. And then they called it back. I'm like, motherfucker. I want to see him juke everybody and then take off and then score a touchdown. Like you rarely ever see. So it's like he always get caught. So it's like the one time he broke, I was like, damn, well, that's new. They called it right back. I said, bro, this will be. I just want to see that more. I got a feeling he's gonna start breaking those.
Yeah, I mean he's going to, and that's the thing. It's like we keep waiting on it to happen, and it's like you said, freaking penalty, man. And Albert's right, man. Like I have no issue with that. You want to give him 20, 25? Like I said, we said earlier in the season, man. If we in a perfect world with our 2 backs, let Bijan take the bulk of it. If we're up late in the game, let Bijan or let Tyler finish it out. Like Tyler doesn't need to get 20, 25 carries. I mean, unless he just happens to be just
going off,
mowing people down. Yeah. But yeah, in a case like this, man, let Bijan go out there, be your workhorse in the screen game, whatever you want to do with him in the pass game. Of course, run the ball. And then, like I said, if you're up, let Tyler go out there and just be the closer, man. That would be the ideal situation.
Fresh too.
Yeah.
Bijan will stay fresh with Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say, yes, I love the Kirko run. I thought he actually got the first, but they never showed the replay. I thought he did too.
I did too. I think the way he fell was kind of
awkward. They had to balance it out.
I think the way he fell was kind of awkward, so his knees, I think, hit earlier, but yeah.
I love Anderson, but we can't be paying him on special teams. I mean, playing him on special teams,
I agree. I think you take him off special. Like that's where he got hurt, and that's easy to get hurt on special teams. So people bodies flying everywhere.
It's valuable to be playing on special teams.
Yeah, agreed.
My man Eric Falcon said DeAndre Campbell would be nice now, to be honest. Yeah. He said, from what my friend says, why a ND fan? I don't know what that means.
Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame. JD is that guy. We just have to wait and see.
Hope so, man. I mean, like it'd be great if was he 5th round, 6th round like that? If and he he was in there yesterday. I haven't watched the film yet, but I can go back and see how well he did. But man, like it'd be really good if he could hit. He's a little undersized, but hey man, if he can read and react and get guys, he has no problem hitting people. You know, like we've seen that happen. Like he's got. I mean, he's a physical dude, so if he can cover and get out there, would be all right. What up, Chris?
My man Chris said, "What up? What up, Chris?" April T. Atlanta Falcons need to put up 50 points against Dallas. Gee, me and my mom will be in that stadium. I don't want to hear her cry in person. I had to look away.
So how mad is she right now?
Her team is really sucking, so she's quite frustrated. And I told her it won't get better for you Sunday. Like it won't get better because not only will you lose, and like you'll get to go see them lose in person, but then I'm gonna be on you for the rest of the day, for the rest of your trip. I won't stop, so it'll be fun.
Yep. Everyone said JD had significant snaps on Sunday. Yeah, he did. Like I said, I want to go back and really when I watch the 22 this week and just kind of see. Kind of focusing on a few different players and see what happened. Man, I really like what I saw from Damone Harris, though, man. To be honest, I mean, I think we got, we may have something there. I mean, he's good in the run game. He can get to the quarterback. We haven't got him down yet. Oh, speaker, and then she just comes right out.
My mom, right in the chat, right with the shit talking back. You see how that works? That's why it's fair. Seconds didn't pass.
Seconds later.
See how we didn't even know she was watching until I talked some shit? Yeah, right. Seconds.
She knew it. She was
seconds.
like, yeah.
She said, my team sucks, but we will beat the Falcons. Okay.
I mean, they haven't said yet if Parsons is going to play, but that'll be a big loss if he's out.
That's more than big if he don't play. Yeah.
What's more concerning to me is CeeDee Lamb versus literally anyone. Because I mean,
you know what I see when I see him, and this is funny, but like KD, the basketball player, when I see him play, like I just be like, how are you good at something? Like, because he has no muscle, man. Like nothing, like a stick figure. But I'm like, young, you are one of the best. You wouldn't think he was an athlete. Like, how are you an athlete? Like. And then when I see your CeeDee Lamb, I'd be like, there's no way you play football. You couldn't convince me you play football. But he's unstoppable. This man weighs like 90 pounds. I'm surprised he's not injured. Like, this man, he got to be 97 pounds. But he is unstoppable. He's amazing to watch. But he reminds me of Cat. Every time I see him, I say, that's KD. He's the football KD, dog. How do you play a sport? And you're really good at it.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll preview the Cowboys game later on this week. But they've had similar issues to us. They haven't been able to run the ball hardly at all, which obviously we can, so that's not our issue. But they haven't been able to stop the run either.
It's the defense, dog. But they had one of the best defenses in the league last year, and it's Dan Quinn. I would have never thought his absence would. It's a whole nother defense. Like the whole defense looked different.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, they just can't stop the run. So I mean, if we have the formula for that, it's a matter of we go out there and do it, because like we said last week, we ain't earned the right to look past anybody. I don't care what the situation is, man. I mean, the Browns went out and beat the Ravens this week. The Browns beat the Ravens this week with Jameis Winston. So I mean, like it.
And I'm not trying to. My man, I would 100% agree. Bijan and Tyler Algiers, like when we had Dunn and Duckett. Ooh, now you're talking. I want us to get more runs early in the game. I feel like we get a little too pass. I think he'd be trying to balance it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, I wouldn't mind running some more too. I think we do get away from it. Like when it's working, I think we almost kind of like not force it, but we're just like, okay, we need to pass. Tyler, that perfect example. We ran the ball 5 straight times with Tyler in the third. We were just getting yards after yards, and we didn't have to run it with Tyler again. You could have brought in Bijan or whatever, but we passed next play all out where they blitz, sack Kirk, negative yards. We end up having to punt or whatever. I think that drive was over after that. So it's like, yeah, I get it, but he's going to try to balance it out, of course, but it is what it is. But yeah, what was that final score in that Browns game anyway? Did you see the final score? Because I didn't even see it.
For what?
The Browns and the.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know the command.
But the
29-24. Yeah, Browns beat the Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the point I was saying was like, anything can happen positively because we rumbled the Chiefs. like, you know what I'm saying? So you see how we played against like the Eagles and the Chiefs, but these supposed to be the top teams, and we played amazing. But then it's like, man, it can also be have like in like the negative way. Like you can't get rocked to sleep because the Panthers played us good, which I didn't think was even a thing. And so did the Bucs. And these aren't two like very, very good teams that we should have been in the last thralls of the game where it just don't make sense though. We gotta I don't you never know. And I love it because I love my boys, but man, they are the most unpredictable team from week to week. It's like a bipolar girl. Like you never know what you just hit a button and something go like you never know it's gonna be the last minute. If we gonna run heavy, if we gonna pass, if we gonna shit the bed, if I don't even know. I just hope for the best. I'm just optimistic, but you never know because they all over the place. So I just want them to get a consistent thing that they do, so I know what I'm looking for and what I'm watching, and I know how it's gonna be effective. And they never do that. It be anything in the week.
Yeah, and it's like, offensively, we weren't great obviously against Seattle. I mean, the whole team was not good against Seattle. It was just bad on both sides of them. But it's like we know we can count more on the offense, right? Because we know we can score, and we know like we can see Zach. Yeah, we know, and we can see Zach progressing like every week. Whether it's his play calling or the combination of plays he uses. We're not always going to agree with everything, but overall, as a there's only maybe 1 to 2 plays a game. You're like, I don't know about that. I don't know why we would have done that. And if out of we'll have 60 plays, okay. I mean, that's a pretty damn good percentage, to be okay with.
Arthur was way more than that.
It was way more than that. So, and like I said, Kirk playing at the level he's playing, I mean, like you see why he's paid the money he is. I mean, he is an elite processor. I mean, when he can go through, and again, big ups to the offensive line for giving him time. But when you can go through all your progressions and find the guy, and look guys off, and bait guys with your eyes, that's what the best do, and that's what he's done for the most part. They even said that he asked Raheem last week if he could have if he could say something to the team on Friday. So Raheem was like, yeah, you can talk to him on Friday. So they didn't really get into detail of what he talked about. And it was with the coaches and stuff like that too. But he basically was just kind of like, Kirk summed it up as kind of like tough times don't last, but tough people do type of thing. That's how he summed it up. And he, just kind of give him like and Raheem said he kind of gave him like his experiences and stuff like that. So if he felt like if he could lift somebody else up that was having a tough time or pissed off about the last game, that he could do that, and like that's stuff that's invaluable, man. Like because you don't know how that affects guys, so that's awesome, man, to have. But yeah, the defense though, that's our biggest question mark because we don't know what we are. Like it's I mean, we know we're the bend don't break shit, which is basically every week. Because you want to rely on your back end, right? You want to rely on your really good, you're good with corners, you're good with your safeties. So you want to rely on them to cover as long as they possibly can. So our front four can get some pressure and get some sacks, but that's not happening. You know what I mean? And so it's like this week we came back down to earth, 21% pressure rate this week, which is not good. 11 QB pressures. He dropped back 50 times. I mean, it's just bad. We still have 6 sacks. We didn't sack Baker. It's just bad. Like, there's no other way to put it. Raheem said has to be better. Yes, it has to be better. Josh Uche went and signed with the Kansas City Chiefs today for a 6th-round pick in 2026. I would have been just fine giving around a 6th-round pick in 2026 for Josh Uche. To me, because I mean, like you've seen what he's done. He's a younger player. He's unrestricted free agent. Somebody you might be able to re-sign. Judon, I'm not re-signing Judon at this point. What I've seen so far, I'm not re-signing him. I mean, that could change. He could all of a sudden catch fire, but nothing is like just blowing me away.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Man, I think that when Troy is in, he'll play better.
Well, I hope so. Because I mean, yesterday was just like, even when he wasn't double teamed, it was just wasn't getting anything really. I mean, I think he had 2 pressures. I think he led the team with 2 pressures. Which is. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, and I think I read earlier that Zadarius Smith will be available, or the Browns will probably make him available. We talked about like his numbers, one of the highest sack pressure or one of the highest pressure rates so far, especially over the last 4 or 5 games. I mean, he could affect this team right now if you go bring, and again, for probably not a very high, amount, probably for a lower round draft pick, So this depends, like, like we said last week, I don't see him going out and getting like one of the splash guys because it just doesn't make any sense long term. But for somebody to help right now because we need it, and look, AK is still playing well. He's getting he's not getting to the quarterback. He's not making hits, but he's looking better. He's still making progress. So I don't know, man. I don't know if they're just going to sit back and be like, you know what? Let's just hope these guys work. They get better. And we haven't seen Dorless yet, which we didn't talk about it. But Rook went out with, I think, an ankle injury, and I don't think it looked great because he had to be helped off the field. Looked like he was walking real ginger on it. So he may not be in this week. So maybe Dorless gets a chance to get in this week. Because seriously, how much worse can it possibly be?
Dog, I'm gonna be honest. How they handle this is gonna show me how they really feel, like deep down in the heart about winning this year. Because if you really think, man, we could catch fire and really go do something, you gonna address this problem seriously. Like, you gonna really be like, man, we gotta go get some people, go get somebody. If you do sit back and just be like, I hope the guys we got can just like magically improve, you like Lucky Charms, like, because that is like a magically concocted idea, like to just think, oh, some magic just happen and they'll just catch fire and all of a sudden they'll just be totally different people. Only the Power Rangers did that. They was normal, and then when they got together, they was a whole thing. But no, that's not gonna happen. So you need to address this immediately. And I think when we do, and like I said on the last show, if we even have two functional people in the roles, I think the whole defense will play much better and look totally improved as a unit overall. It'll be dope to see it, but I think we will. I trust her.
Yeah, because outside of, I mean, Detroit's just mauling everybody right now for the most part. Tennessee's there. I mean, like, it's but with this defense, I mean, like I said, I think we have a Super Bowl caliber offense. But not the defense. Like, we can't play this bend don't break shit against Jared Goff and those guys. Like, it's not going to happen. We
would have to score on every possession,
every drive.
Like, and that's too much. We would have to score every single possession just to win that game. That's unrealistic.
Yeah, or take it away 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
I mean, like, a perfect scenario is going to have to happen for that to work out.
And then you imagine him without no pressure. Oh, he gonna throw for 728 yards and 7 touchdowns. I don't want to say he can't be just. I'm gonna just choose. He gonna throw for 700 yards. We cannot do that.
We still got the Vikings. And say what you want. Sam Darnold's playing good this year, and he's got weapons.
Yeah,
and he can eat you up. We got Jaden Daniels coming, who's just on fire with the Commanders. So I mean, like, we're going to face better guys that if we're not a little bit, if we can't, like, because I just don't know. I don't understand what the plan is. Like, that's my biggest complaint really is, like, I mean, are y'all going to get some help, or are we just going to, keep doing what we're doing? Because we had good pressure rates against 2 shitty offensive lines. Yeah. But then, like,
but this is not a function. See, this is why it's hilarious to me, because it's not a functional thing. It's like 5-on-5, and we got like 4 players, and then we got like your weekend at like Bernie's. Like, he can't play. Like, we can't run the game like this, and be like, we can play in Joketown, but we can't really run the game. And I feel like, dog, we can't seriously play in the playoffs without pressure. It could be for fun. We here. Like, but dog, you cannot seriously compete in the playoffs if the quarterback is going through 1, 2, 3. If he's going through all the progressions, you're gonna lose. I don't care. You're gonna lose.
Baker was just chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, and you look, when he's missing his 2 top targets, I mean, he's got all day, man. And like I said, he missed 2. He missed the McMillan one, was for sure a touchdown. If he hits him, he is gone. Nobody's catching him. So that's on him. But I mean, it's just that's not going to do it. If we're historically bad this year, and like, that's just unacceptable, man. Like it's unacceptable with the so like, that's what I'm saying. Like it's time to see Brandon Dorless because I mean we drafted him. We hasn't seen any time yet. There's no possible way it's worse.
You in a minute, if Dorless don't work, go to Johnny Yates. Go to anybody. Like you said, go to anybody. Get a big low in here. Get anybody. It's gonna be a change because we got to do something to do.
I got a spin mover too, Emmy. I'm down.
My man Eric said that sounds good. They couldn't beat the Niners with no weapons. What are they going to do with all these weapons? It's just nothing you could do. Like, dog, when I like offense is going, I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan. I would hate to scheme for that. Like, how can, if we look over here, it's like, then it's a problem over here. Then we do something over here. Now we got to watch over here. At the same time, we got to watch over here. But then he might go, like, what are you going to do when all of them on the field? It might, like,
isn't it funny, man?
Like anything could happen.
Isn't it funny? Last year we were saying, like, man, like Dez doesn't have to be great. He just has to be functional.
Yep.
And then, but they have to prepare for Bijan and Tyler and Kyle and Drake. But
Mooney,
the most important part of that whole piece was the quarterback. And now that it's for sure, you have to prepare for the passing game. Like we can, if you want to stop the run, that's fine. But Kirk's going to throw all over your ass, you know. As for so it's pick your poison. Which one do you want to try to go after? I do wish we could sustain longer drives. You know what I mean? Keep our defense off the field
but I'm
a little bit longer. But I will take the points. But man,
it is so new to me. It still feels weird to me when we get like a 20-yard gain and we move so quick. I'm like, I don't know why that still feels funny. Like we are moving the damn. We hurried up the field. Like when we hurry up the field and we already in the red zone, I be thinking, damn, this is new. Like this is how we just started. Like when we already down the field, I be thinking like, damn, like this. I don't even know how to take it yet. It's still so new. It's a weird feeling. So I'm loving that we have a passing game that can take it to the house or can move up the field really quickly.
Yep.
Tyler said, just got the kids down the bed, so it's time to get out of your Falcon mind. What better time, baby? 4-0 in the division feels like a dream.
Yeah, man, and we're not trying to be negative at all. It's just you can't watch the game and just pretend like that didn't exist. Or that we, you know, like that. I mean, we're 5-3. We're in first place. We're 4-0 in the division. We're 4-1 in the NFC. Things are great, and I would much rather be in this position than the opposite. It'd be like with the Saints, 2-6, lost 6 in a row. Ravaged with injuries. I'll never feel bad for them because they talk so much shit. Then a 28-3 float, y'all. 28-3 float in Mardi Gras, y'all can kiss my ass. But so we're in a great spot. But we want to get to that next level. So we've seen the offense do it. We want the defense to do it. And look, even like when AJ made that second interception, like they were rotating their coverages that way. So like. They're rotating them differently. So, like, do more of that. Like, do a little bit more. If you're going to do stuff, if you're going to rely on your back end, you're going to need to get more creative with your back end. Really, really make these quarterbacks sit back and go, oh, shit, I didn't see that pre-snap, or I didn't think this was going to happen pre-snap. You know, it's going to have – Jimmy's going to need to be – you know, because he said last week, pissed a lot of people off, said that, you know, because Raheem's already said stats are for losers. He keeps on this. And I'm like, dude, careful now. You don't want to get that Arthur Smith fantasy football type shit. Like, I get it. Stats aren't everything, but stats can be a reflection of performance, right? There, you have to include them sometimes. Jimmy likes along that same line. He's like, yeah, I don't really look at that. You know, we're out there trying to win football games, and I'm like, yeah, dude, but this is what it is, though. Like, you know, like, and it's we say it year after year.
I talk about that, John, the best shit. Yeah, dude. But this is what it is. Though. I love it. It's like you slide him a piece of paper with the stats on it. Yeah, he just talked for 30 minutes. Hey, yeah, dude. But this is what it is, though.
But here it is, though. Here's your 6 stats.
People fucking delusions and shit. I don't want to hear it, man. This is what it is, though. I love it. It's hilarious.
I mean, look, they're all about process over results, right? They're like that. If we do the right process, we're going to get the right result. I get that. I actually agree with it. I think that makes sense. But your process for right now, you may be going in the right direction, but your results aren't coming yet. You know, so like we're 5-3. We've done it so far. Let's hope that progress actually actually gives us some results.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can actually reach that next level for the defense. And like I said, without making at least, whether it's, I don't know if Ojulari is even going to be an option, but if he is, that would be fantastic.
Dope.
Him or Zadarius Smith, like making even just a minor move like that can really, really help us. Like, I mean, I think, you know, and without, like I said, without really having to mortgage hardly anything, like one or so later round picks, I'm not willing to give away a crazy amount of stuff for Garrett or Crosby this season. But like I said, if I'm the Lions, absolutely, I'm doing it right now. You know what I mean? Because they are on that press. They could win a Super Bowl right now. But for us to compete with them, we at least need to make a minor move. You know what I mean? Like we can't just hope to get, like you said earlier, we can't just hope it all works out.
Tyler said, he said, Mike, at least the offense can function on both ends of the bipolar experience. No, yes, they can. Yeah, because the girls can't when they crazy like that. Eric said Z Smith will turn the defense around.
It definitely helped, man, without a doubt.
Tyler said, we're also going to need a lot healthier linebackers for this defense to get better. Yeah, Landman looked like a shell of himself, and we miss Anderson speed.
Yeah, dude, we talked about it earlier, I think, before you came in, and yeah, Landman not looking like himself, and I think definitely playing hurt for sure. And
I'm gonna be honest, man. I hate that because you can't win. If you get in the game, just say like that. I know I'm hurt. If you get in the game and you don't play well, you miss the tackles and you get scored on or whatever, we all hold you that against you. Like, damn, man, he looking like he missed it. But then you did the right thing to you. You like, I played with my team. I was hurt, but I still played. It's like, dog, if you. So it's like you can't win. So I don't even know what to say. It's like, I'm hoping he played hurt, but dog, if you really hurt, maybe sit down for a game.
Yeah, I mean, it's because you saw him last year, like just read, react, hit the hole, hit the wherever the gap was for the run. Like he just reckless abandon, just going right after it. This year, he's just late to react or slow to react, and just not quite. And Ellis too, for that matter. Like Ellis is kind of, and like I said, I give Ellis the benefit of the doubt because again, he's wearing a lot of hats, but I mean, still, he's been a little bit not what we wanted this year too. So both of them, you know, for different reasons.
So our Pickle said we can take the Lions. The Bucs beat them, and we beat the Bucs twice. I got a feeling that we can get the Lions with Kirk Cousins and Jesse Bates. He said, "Insert Mike's optimism." Yes, sir. Our Pickle said, "I heard someone say we're on pace for 13 sacks."
Yeah,
that would be a record. How you on pace for 13? It should start at 13. You should never be on pace. For 13.
We got 6 through 8 games. We're almost halfway through the season, man.
Damn, to be on pace for 13 is like I'm on pace for minimum wage. God.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, you play like we pressured Geno over 50% of the time. Did we win that game? No, we lost by 20 points because he could move in and out of that pressure. Did we get him on the ground? No, like once. You know what I mean? And so, like, you play quarterbacks that can move and actually do something, man.
Man, I like wonder. Double J said, "Bring Big Low in his cut." I'm telling you, man, Low could stand you up. He could get you up at the line. My man Eric said the Bucs were completing 3 downs like it was nothing because we had all day back there. Hey, John, I don't know if you heard this on the game, but I wanted to run it past you to tell me if I heard right. Did they say that we had like the least 3 and outs of like any team in the league?
Yeah, on offense. Yeah,
I thought I heard. Yeah, on offense. That is a dope thing to have.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that is really cool. Double J said it is a great feeling to see our new Falcons. It's been years since we've seen this. Feels good to move the ball. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Just to move the ball feels new. Like, what's going on? Like, we already in the red zone. When we score quick, I'll be like, whatever. I'll be like just starting to get going. And be like, kind of fit. Okay.
Exactly.
It's new. It's like I'm like looking around today. It's gonna get called back. It's so new to me that it's a good feeling to score easily. Like when we score easily, I'll be like, yo, what is happening? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I know, dude. Just looking around the league though, the Eagles they're kind of on their way back. They beat the freaking Bengals 37-17. Again, we already talked about the Browns beating the Ravens 29-24. Titans, I mean, the Lions just putting 52 on the Titans, man. The Titans are so bad. I mean, 52-14. Cardinals beating the Dolphins 28-27. Patriots beating the Jets. Jets are 2-6. Crazy. And yeah, and Drake May got knocked out of that game too. So 25-22 was the final there. The Packers barely with the last second field goal, 30-27 over the Jaguars. So, you know,
man, shout out Malik Willis, man. He is there. He's when he get in, they undefeated, man.
Right. Yeah. Jordan Love got hurt in that game. Yep. Texans 23-20 over the Colts. Did you see what Anthony Richardson said in that game?
No, what did he say?
So he came out of the game and they asked him out like after the game, like, why'd you come out? And he was like, I mean, I got tired. I needed a rest. I've never heard that in my life of watching football.
You should.
And
he should get.
Damian Woody and Rex Ryan and Dan Orlovsky killed him this morning on Get Up. Like, Damian Woody went in. He was like, man, he's like, as an offensive lineman who's busting my ass the entire game to try to keep your ass clean and healthy, I don't get to say, hey, I'm tired. Can I check out for a bit? Like, I'm in there the entire game. So then what are you going to do when you come back in the fourth quarter when you need to have a game-winning drive? I need you guys to protect me for this drive. It's a bad look, man.
You just prove that you're not like one of us. Like you over some like I'm gonna go get like some AC while y'all, you know what I'm saying, stay in the trenches. I'm not lying. If I was not in the hunt for the playoffs, I would bench him for that.
Joe Flacco's been playing pretty damn good.
I would
he was in. Yeah.
You have to make an example of shit like that. Like, you did what?
Yeah.
And then you had the nerve to tell us, like, you're not even gonna lie. Oh no, he needs to sit his ass down.
He's like, I've been running around a little bit, you know, it got me tired. I'm like, dude. And even Damian, he was like, he said, you need to get your
football. You get millions of dollars. All these kids, all these people came here. You out your hey man, sit. I'm making an example, dog, because you just got here. I already know it's new, but you just got here, bro. Sit your ass down. Let me prove something to you.
Yeah, man. Damian said he was like, you need to get your conditioning up. Then if you're tired of
your game, I would say, you gonna run on Sunday on the treadmill while the game happens. Get your cardio together.
I'm telling you, Chargers destroyed the Saints 26-8.
I was so happy for the bros, man. Man, we needed that.
And I'm not looking forward to that matchup, dude. We're not a good matchup for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Lad McConkey went off. Of course he did, because I didn't start him on my fantasy team. I still won, thankfully. But he went off. And we just don't have a good. That's just a bad matchup for us. I'm not looking forward to that game. But hey, the Saints didn't score a touchdown. They're looking for a quarterback. They're in all kinds of shambles right now. It's fun to watch. The Seahawks, who just killed us, got destroyed at home by the Bills, 31-10. So they're having all kinds of conversations about what kind of team they actually are. The Broncos 28-14 over the Panthers. Did you see Sean Payton said after the game, he was like, that really wasn't a good offense that we went against. So he's like, I can't really like.
Dog, I just was I'm so proud of Bo Nix, man. I had faith in the boy. He's struggling, but at times he looks amazing.
I'm not looking forward to that game either, to be honest with you.
I love Bo Nix, and I have faith in him. I think he went to the right situation, and he struggles a lot. So when he excels like that, like, I'll be really proud of him.
Yep, yeah, and Chiefs beat the Raiders 27-20 to stay undefeated, 7-0. They're to be 7-0, man. And then, they go trade for OJ, of course. Commanders, we already talked about the Commanders game, winning with the Hail Mary over the Bears, and then 49ers 30-24 over the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, they had to make that a game in the fourth, because they scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth. It was 30-10 going into that. So, or 27-10 going into the fourth, but when the Niners come out on top. So Cowboys are now 3-4, and 49ers are 4-4. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, man, this week with them. Like I said, we'll figure it out. And so y'all know, we were supposed to have Joe Patrick from 99 the game on Wednesday night. Well, Liam's practice got moved to Wednesday night because Halloween's Thursday night. So they're going trick-or-treating Thursday night. So me and Mike are going to do like a 3 or 4 o'clock type of show, probably one of those days. I don't know what day yet, but it'll be one of those days. And we'll put it out on social media. We'll put it on on YouTube. If you're subscribed, you'll get notification when we go live anyway. But just so y'all know, and Joe will be back on with us next week on our regular game for Wednesday night. And I think that'll be previewing who we got after. Who's after the Cowboys? Do you remember? I forgot.
I don't recall.
I'll have to look it up.
My man Eric said with this, this is what I expected last year. Hey, I did too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We just needed a competent quarterback and a play caller.
Tyler said somebody need to check Terrell's hands for stick 'em. Buddy may have learned how to catch it.
It's the Saints. It's the Saints.
To be what I think he need to be, he need to get more picks. And so I was happy for him too. I'm like, dog, you need more picks.
Yeah, he had a good game. Overall, he had a good game. I know, again, it's not Evans, it's not Godwin, so you better have a good game against some backup receivers. But we play the Saints after the Cowboys, so he'll be there for that one. So that'll be a good one. Yeah, Aries, I'm with you, man. I think when you asked me earlier in the season, or somebody asked, not you particularly, but somebody asked us who would we resign, Judon or Simmons? I was initially saying Judon, but right now, I kind of feel like Simmons, and we got because he may be cheaper in the long run and actually give more to the defense than what we're getting out of Judon at the moment. And I hope Judon comes around and finds something because we need some freaking production for sure. All right, buddy, you ready for some underrated, overrated, or
let's go? Nah.
You gonna start it off?
Oh yeah. So I had this when I was like watching the game, I had a bad experience. Okay, it was only for a moment. I was in the game and I saw something happen that angered me. All right. Because I felt like it was like a young guy. He was like a teenager, right? He was like 19. And I felt like he was playing my like father and like young and let's say like basketball, like one-on-one. And I felt like he was just crossing him up. Wasn't even trying to score. He just kept crossing my father like embarrassing. And I felt like, hey, stop, man. You don't have to embarrass him. Like he's falling all out of sneakers. He getting jerked around. I watched somebody, and I think it was Bucky Urban. I mean, how he juked Grady Jarrett twice on the same play. I mean, on the thing to get it twice on the same play is unheard of. That's crazy. How do you twice on the same play? I mean, he shook Grady Jarrett out of his shoes twice on the same play. I wanted to smack him, but I couldn't reach. It was embarrassing. I felt like he was like embarrassing my uncle or my father. Like, man, come on, you don't got to do him like that. He's a veteran. And I felt sorry for Grady Young. He jumped at this man. He was right there. And then he was gone. So he just jumped at air. Then he caught him again and had him right there. And he jumped at him and the man was gone again. And I said, to have that on your tape, that got to be on your blooper reel forever. But he embarrassed Grady Jarrett, so I had to bring that up. But I think whoever that was, I think it was Bucky Urban. You're overrated.
It was Bucky Urban.
I just get on you a little bit. You're overrated for doing that to one of our heroes, because as the old man, he didn't deserve that embarrassment. You didn't have to do that.
That's funny. Yeah, I was thinking
he crossed Grady up twice. I said, "Oh no!" They replayed it like 3 something. Like, don't keep showing.
I just took a quick look at the snap count because I was going to look at that and I forgot. But J.D. Bertrand only got 16 snaps. Zach Harrison got 23, which is a little bit more than he had the previous game, which I still want to see him out there more. I got to look and see. Damone Harris got 33, which, hey, like I said, I kind of like what I saw from him. I don't mind him getting some more snaps. I don't know, Buchetti got 39, Judon 43. And then, that was kind of what I was wondering. Richie, AJ, Jesse all played every snap. Caden 68, D at 67, Mike Hughes 56. So, yeah, I was just curious. Yeah. All right. Anyway. All right, buddy. Overrated. Underrated, overrated. What you got? Oh, it was me, isn't it? Oh, that was yours. It was Bucky Urban. Yeah, I got you. Me, overrated, man, is one thing is the halftime coaches interviews. Like, y'all can stop doing them. Like, it's just like it's just rinse and repeat. It's the same thing. Hey, coach, what you got to do to improve in the second half? Well, we got to play our game. We got to stop them on defense. We got to be more efficient on offense. We got to stop turning the ball over. But we'll come out and play tough. All right, thanks, coach. Yeah, no shit, buddy. Like, that's exactly what we figured you were going to say.
Because I can't really tell you.
Right.
Like what I'm about to do. Here's what we're gonna change. I can't say.
No,
This is weird.
nobody's missing those. Like
No,
I've
yeah.
never been in the third quarter. Like, man, I wonder what coach said at
They should
halftime.
have asked
What's
him.
he gonna do?
Yeah, no, because he just can't answer it in the middle of the game.
What up, John?
But John, what up?
4-0,
I got
baby.
one.
In the South.
Man, I'm going overrated. Facelifts and statues. Oh man, they haven't perfected it. They haven't perfected it. Every statue they unveil, it's humiliating. I mean, it's nowhere even close. It's nowhere close to the person. Like they bring it out, it's unveiling. Everybody watching cameras, and they pull the thing off, and it don't look nothing like. And like the person got a smile, and it don't look nothing like the person. And also the people that go and like, I'm gonna just get this tucked back and snatch and get my ears pinned. It never looked good. Like you never look younger. You just look weird and shiny. You don't look better. Like it never works the way it's like, damn. Like who is that?
And you're
Is
always
that
smiling.
teenage you? Like we're never fool. Like we know it's you who just look shiny and weird. Like you look weird. And so they haven't perfected those. And I heard this joke one time, and it just ended with this, and it's always stuck in my head. No matter what you can pay for or like alter, you don't fuck with your face. don't fuck with your face. Bill Burr said it. Don't fuck with your face. And I just don't bother your face. You get whatever. Don't do nothing to your face. Please, just leave it alone. And statues, we need new people to make statues. I don't know what those people are, but they need a brand new like college or training because it is horrific. Adam Iverson's was bad. I just saw Wade. It didn't look. It don't look nothing like the Hall of Fame. Like when you see them Hall of Fame busts, I'd be like, hey, but I don't look like Michael Irvin. Like what? Who is that? Like
dude, the Ways look like a 90-year-old man that just got his ankle just stepped on or something like that. It looked nothing like him.
No, it didn't. Nothing. And I'm just saying, if you hiring the best in the world, if you hiring the best, I don't know what they call, but the best in the world they are missing by leaps and bounds.
I saw somebody post as a side by side. He looked more like Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix than he looked like freaking D Wade.
And it's Dwayne Wade. So I was like, yo, you couldn't. You got model pictures. I mean, you couldn't have. Like he's not easy to draw. It's like I don't know. So they got to do better when it comes out.
I also saw the picture that the guy that did or the statue for Ed Reed in the Hall of Fame. Phenomenal. Like that guy should do all of them.
Okay,
like it looks exactly like it looks exactly like him. But no, that was so bad, man.
Oh man,
that's so bad. I mean, if I was Wade looking at it, like if I at the unveiling, I don't know if I could have kept my face like. Oh,
but they always have to, just like, smile. Like, oh, I'm so flattered.
Shit, man.
They're like, brothers don't look nothing like.
Oh, so bad. All right, man. So underrated. I just looked at Twitter real quick, and they had this. They put his statue, the face on a statue, in between LeBron and Chris Bosh. Like, looks so bad. Anyway, all right. So y'all, I don't know if you saw Trevon Diggs. You see Trevon Diggs after the game talk with a reporter?
Yes.
So you saw what he said.
Yeah.
So I guess he kind of went after a reporter like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what you took from that play. The reporter was questioning his play or whatever, his effort, whatever. And he was like, man, you can, he's like, we can talk about it. He's like, we'll talk about the question. He said, man, you can talk about these nuts. These nuts, man, it's an underrated comeback. It needs to come back into the atmosphere, into the universe, because it's hilarious. No matter when it is, you can use it in many different situations. And to hear him say it, we talk about these nuts, I was like, man,
I'm
funny, man.
I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that.
That just cracked me up.
I love it. These nuts is always funny. No matter, like you said, no matter how you attach it.
I don't know, and your mama jokes, man. Your mama jokes was popular when we were little, and we're probably too sensitive of a culture these days for it to go. People will be crying about it, but those are always funny too, because you could, there was always funny because you could just say it. I mean, for any reason whatsoever. You know, it was hilarious. So yeah.
Johnny, yeah. So I have one, but it's a question for you. I want to know is this underrated or overrated?
All right.
Could he? I'm not saying it would he or should he. Could he? Is he in the age shape? If the Saints had to go get Drew Brees this season, could he perform the task at hand, or could he not? Is he too old to do it? You think it would look horrific?
Oh, I think it's horrific. I think his shoulder's shot.
Oh
So,
shit! Okay,
yeah, no.
I got.
Yeah, dude, you guys
I
see
would
this?
love to see him look horrific. Yeah,
dude, this is hilarious. Oh, you can't see it, but I gotta send this to you, man. Like it's like from they just photoshopped the statue's face onto Dwayne Wade's body, and he's sitting there with Bosch and LeBron. It looks so damn funny, man.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't like when they do that because it's embarrassing. I don't know, and how they did like Iverson was so small. I thought it was like insulting for what he did to like the game and the culture. I thought it was insulting. He has a mini statue. How does everyone else have a statue, but he get the mini statue?
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody else, like all the sports heroes, got full size statues, but he got a mini statue. Something up with that. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
William said we got to play better at home versus Dallas Cowboys. We got to get that home thing going. Tyler said, John, you ain't lying about halftime interviews. Yeah, it truly works.
Truly, man. Like and to be honest, I mean, to an extent, a lot of the conferences, like the press conferences, even with the coaches, I mean, like you're not going to find out a lot.
No,
I mean, I know they got to do it, and we all like to hear it, but you know, you're not finding out anything insane.
William said Jesse Bates is the GOAT.
You ain't kidding, man.
Even us on trick play. He always is.
Not kidding.
Alberto says, fellas, what's good? This team is out of their Falcon mind winning games. I'm telling you. They're on the road. I'm thinking Super Bowl.
All right. So my last one, man, underrated. It's going to be 3 different guys that y'all need to either follow or be aware of, man. Okay. Trayshawn on Twitter. We've had him on the show. Works with Falcoholic. Breaks down film on Twitter every week. Puts out great takes. And I respect, like Steven said, anybody that's going to put in the time to really dive into the film and really try to, even if they're not right, they're trying to understand it. They're trying to help, and they put it out there for folks to maybe that do understand it better. Like I even when I did my 22 reviews, I'm like, hey, this might be wrong, you know. So like if it's just my take on it. So if you see something different, comment about it. Like it ain't gonna hurt my feelings. If you're like, you know, hey dumbass, this is not what this is. This is actually this. Hey, thank you. I needed to know that. I didn't know that. You know, you can leave the dumbass part off. But I mean, you know, like I'm fine with that. But Trayshawn does a hell of a job, man. Steven Hara does a hell of a job. And then, man, also, I haven't seen him do, and he's been in our chat too. He's been on our show, or not on our show, but he's been in the chat a lot. But Jones Bones, man, hell of a follower on Twitter, knows his shit. They're very thoughtful inside and out, man. So, yeah, those are 3 guys, man. They're underrated. They as far in this Falcon space, I think that just put in a ton of work. So yeah, those guys, man. And
shout out to those dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I got one last one, and I'm going underrated. I had to say this. I felt like it never gets said. In the space of rap, I think when we get to talking about it, it's always Wayne or whoever you like. When you talk about the who's the GOAT, is it Eminem? We talk about a lot of people. But a person that we never talk about that I feel like is greatly underrated for his contribution. And what he did is T.I. He just retired from rap. But what he did for Atlanta was monumental. Like he's the face of Atlanta. He still is. And I feel like though when Wayne was on fire, you all are so quick to forget it was Wayne and T.I. It was both of them at the same time. It wasn't just Wayne. Okay, it was T.I. too. He was dropping hits. I remember, right? So he just did so much. He's so good. I think this is just my opinion. I think albums wise, as far as hitting play on the album and having it play all the way through, I don't think anybody in rap is close to him with that. He makes the best like project, and he makes damn near good music, and he's been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years. How old is T.I.? He's very old. but he's one of the best rappers. He's always been a great rapper. He's underrated. I don't think he get talked about with them and just what he did. He got rich. You know, he got the trap thing here in Atlanta. He has done so much. He had the TV shows, he had the podcast. He's excelled. He's one of the greats in life.
Do you have a favorite?
Rap,
do you have a favorite album?
Yeah, so huh?
You have a favorite album?
Urban Legend. It's art to me. But I'm gonna tell you this. And in like life, I would just do it in like the car the other day, and I said I have 3 like songs that have helped me in life. And this was on accident. I just was thinking these are 3 songs that really helped me in life. They were all by T.I. And I was like, oh shit, I never noticed that. So he actually has music. Like I was like, damn, they were all I never put that together. So I just felt like, yeah, he has been rocking for a very, 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 very long time. And he said he just like wants some money. So I think he's rich now. So he don't need it no more. But he's severely underrated. He's an amazing rapper. He's been doing it at a high level for a very long time. Shout out to T.I.
There was probably still Paper Trails. I mean, I love Urban Legend.
Yeah. Oh man,
Paper Trails, you can get the same thing. You can put on there.
It's one of his best. Dog, he was snap. And I was saying he was right there with Wayne. I think that people forget that it's just Wayne, and you forget that he was Scottie Pippen at that time. It was them. They was neck and neck. So shout out to T.I.
No, dude, you're right. I agree with that. It's a good one. We need to, and Mike and I've talked about doing like a music channel. We still once we had time, we might do that, do like reaction stuff like that. Cause there's a lot of that's like our second love. We both love music on all different types. And so that might be something to look out for down the road, but yeah. But anywho, man, yeah, we're good, man. That's over an hour and a half. Shit.
Over an hour and a half. John, man, reach out to man. John, I think has a special set of skills. He like the guy on the take it. All right, because John can get anybody on the show. I don't know how John does it. So, John, can you get Matt Ryan to get on the show? He's retired. He should be accessible, man. Johnny Yates, can you get Matty Ice for 5 minutes?
I think I'm going to, Michael Turner started to do the podcast with Ovi Mahaley, the on Believe in Falcons. And he just joined Twitter, and like he asked like who he should follow, and a couple of folks were nice enough to say us. So he hasn't yet, but I'm thinking about reaching out to either Ovi and or Michael or both of them and just saying, hey, why don't you come on out of your Falcon mind and have some fun?
Come on. So the step, I love it. Step by step.
I have no problem asking anybody, man, because what's the worst thing they can say is no.
Yep.
All right. Try again next time. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again in a few months.
I mean, I've sent guys. I'm not gonna say who. I've sent guys multiple messages, and it just sits there and says red. I'm like, you motherfucker! Like you can't even send me back anything.
Man, okay. John is really good at that, like just getting people on the show. So I feel like I can ask John, like famous people, just see what you can do about Scarlett Johansson next.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, man, hell of a show. 4-0 in the division, like this, like the title of the show is 4-0 in the South, man. We'll be back. We still got to figure out the day, but it will be earlier in the afternoon. So if you guys are at work or you're heading home, you can turn this on. It'll probably again between that 3 and 5 o'clock range, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We got to figure out the day, but we'll get that preview show for the Cowboys done and out for you guys soon, and then we'll be back. So this week we have a tournament, but it's 1 game a day. So Liam's starting game 2 on Saturday. So we're good for Sunday. As far as I know, we're good for Sunday. So we should be able to recap the game after the game on Sunday, unless anything changes. So we can look forward to that. But thank y'all, man, in the chat. We appreciate y'all so much, like we do every week. Seriously, when y'all come through and contribute to the conversation, makes the show that much better. So we really appreciate you guys for doing that. If you're watching this on playback, man, hit the like button for us, hit the subscribe so we can get those numbers up, get out there to more Falcons fans, because y'all know that's how the algorithm works on YouTube. If nobody likes and nobody subscribes and nobody comments, then we don't get any views, and that sucks for all of us. And we, that's what
so comment something. I don't care if it's the mind blown emoji. Just comment something. Say, hey, Mike and John, good show.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, and I want to say this too. I'm glad I thought of this. Y'all just do me a favor. It's a really simple task, but it will help us tremendously. Okay. Really simple for you, but helps us tremendously. All right. Okay. If you're watching us on Twitter if you're ever watching us on Twitter, thank you. We appreciate it so much. Oh my God, you're a great American. If you could just log out of that and watch us on YouTube, can you imagine that you get to watch the same show, but we get paid for it? That's the difference. Come on, you win, I win. You win, I win. A little give and take. So we appreciate all the Twitter. If you want to watch it on Twitter, by all means, I'm just joking. You can keep watching it. But if you want to help us out, watch it on YouTube. If you have both of those, just do me a favor and watch it on YouTube, because then we get a little something from YouTube. You feel me? That's all I ask.
Little is the
Little
right
is the
there.
key word, but it's something.
It's little. But we have fun.
That's nothing. So still shout out to Twitter, and still you can watch it on Twitter if you want, but it does help us out if you were to watch that very same broadcast on YouTube. But I love you regardless.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you guys. Like I said, no matter what, you can follow us on TikTok or Instagram at Out of Your Falcon Mind. Well, maybe not. No matter what, there are probably a few stipulations in there. But on Twitter or X, Out of Your FM Mind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. ATLFalconFancast@gmail.com. If you want to email us anything, we appreciate that. We'll definitely read it on the show, as long as it's nothing crazy. But that's it, man. So we will catch y'all one day this week. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact day, but we'll catch you one day previewing the Cowboys, and on to them to be we'll be 6-3 after that game.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be in the building with your mom, so it'll be fun to watch.
Out of your Falcon Mind. Peace.
Wow, this thing just went crazy on me. Changed the background, everything. All right, catch y'all later.